Hi, welcome to the Old Farts Fix a Corner. You guessed it, I'm the old fart. The Fix a Corner, what it's all about is using some of the things that I learned, the tricks that I learned, and the experience that I got through 20 plus years in the construction business to help you fix some things at home. All right, well, welcome back. As you can see, I've already taken the liberty to remove the forms and clean up a little bit. It really wasn't much for you to see. It was just pulling the cement block away and pulling the wood off. But as you can see, when we did that, some of our concrete had settled from yesterday, and that was really the purpose of letting it set up and dry. We wanted to see how much it was going to settle, and you can see I already, when I took the forms off, I went ahead and filled in a couple little spots where it had settled a lot and there was some big gaps in there. So I went ahead and filled those in. We don't have to wait for those to dry because they're not really. It's another little trick for you. A lot of people would use a mortar mix or use a surfacing type of cement. I always found I had better luck using thin set cement, which is what they use for setting ceramic tile down in kitchens or on patios. Actually, this is what they would use on patios because it's an exterior you can get. And it's a little more expensive than going with the mortar mix or the surfacing concrete, but I just found that it works better. So that's what we're going to use. So next we're going to go ahead and mix this up, and then we'll get started on surfacing it. All right, well, now we've mixed up our mortar mix, our thin set mix, just like we did the concrete mix. I just used the wheelbarrow and a hoe and mixed it up, made it about the consistency of, I don't know, thick mashed potatoes or some thick peanut butter. And we're going to take this, and I usually like to use my cement trowel to get it out of there and put it on my flat trowel, and I use my flat trowel to spread it out. We're going to want to spread it in here and fill in all the gaps, and the thinnest part we want it to be about 1/4 inch thick. So we're going to cover the whole surface of it, filling in all the gaps and making sure we keep it about 1/4 inch thick or thicker. All right, get my bucket of water. I just wet my trowel down a little bit. Then I'm going to come back and I'm just going to smooth things off a little. Give it a nice smooth stucco finish like that. Now we're just going to move around and continue. Okay, so now we've got that all done. We got it smoothed off, and what we're going to do next is we're going to wait about 20 minutes. Then we're going to come back with a concrete brush, and we're just going to rub this over a little bit with a concrete brush. That's our last trick, and that'll finish our project. Well, you know, because of the way we had to do this, our surface is never going to be as smooth as what the original was, because originally what they did is they set forms up and they poured concrete into it, tapped their forms so that everything worked in nice and smooth against it, but we couldn't do that. So what we did is we stuccoed it. Well, the stucco is pretty smooth, but it's not as smooth as what the original steps were. So there's a little trick that we can do to try and make it look better, and that's just putting a brush texture on the finish. But what we're going to do is we're going to take this now. We've let this set up for about 20 minutes or so. We're going to take this cement brush, and we're just going to dip it in water, and we're going to go ahead and very lightly brush it on there because we don't want to put any gouges in it. But what we do want to do is put a little bit of a texture on it and take away any the trowel strokes that might be in it. And I'm going to start at the top and wet the top because that's where it's the thinnest, and you can see it dried there already totally. And so we're just going to wet that so we can work that in, make that smooth off a little bit. And then we're going to come down and just brush texture the rest of it. And like I say, be careful not to work it too much, because what will end up happening is you'll end up putting gouges in it. And if you don't get it too wet either, because then it'll start to run. And then we're just going to do that right on around the front. All right, well, there you have it. One repaired concrete step. And just wanted you to see that it's pretty simple to do and you can do it yourself. You know, we could use that same stucco method to resurface these other steps and fill in some of the pot marks and the discrepancies in them. But, you know, or you could just leave them like they are. But if you wait 2 or 3 weeks, you could go ahead and paint this, and you could paint the other steps, or you could just leave them natural. It doesn't matter. They will hold up natural, or paint it can make it all look the same. But anyway, I just wanted you to see that it's not that hard to do, and wanted to say that, you know, until next time that you visit the old Farts Fix It Corner, just want you to know that you can do it yourself and save a few bucks, and, you know, take your wife out to dinner or whatever. God bless.